it's sad what happened with the Catholic Church and all that, but that's really, we're not in the Catholic Church like that. That's not us. Let them handle their own business, so just like everybody else, and start protecting our own. Because here's the thing, I know R. Kelly's name, right? But can you name 5 victims? Why are they not important? Why are we not talking about them? Why is it not about their story? Surviving R. Kelly just make his albums go hot.
And they did.
It's making him figure out how he can do
Spotify boomed up.
How he can do his next tour.
Yeah, he
stop talking.
He just celebrated his birthday.
So stop talking about him. Talk about the victims.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well,
it was Bill Cosby. Bill Cosby.
No,
talk about
I think some of those victims though, you know, some of them is questionable.
Yeah, I agree.
Hold up.
Let me tell you. But let's talk about it. That should be the story.
We want to talk about it. Let's talk about it. As a mother, right? My daughter, 12 years old.
Right.
She telling me, Mom, I'm about to go over to R. Kelly's studio. Wait a minute, hold up. First of all, I wouldn't have no legs because my legs would be attached to her ass.
Yeah, if you if you in the studio with him, you gonna be there right with her.
I'm gonna be there right with her. So it's a lot of questionable situations with everything.
That's why I said
with everything.
That's why I said he ain't gonna get charged.
Everything. Parents was taking their kids to the show. First of all, R. Kelly. Why would I take my 12, 13-year-old daughter to a R. Kelly show knowing the music that he's producing? Come on now.
Yeah.
Y'all was prostituting y'all children. The checks stopped coming. So now all of a sudden now, oh, I'm a victim.
Yo, even
I'm
the way
a
he
victim.
Hold on, they are victims. Let's not mince words. They are victims.
No, they are.
They're victims. They're victims. But let me tell you this. No, he did not have a gun to nobody's head. He didn't have a gun to no one's head. No one's head. He didn't have a gun to no one's head. Everybody was able to leave if they wanted to. If they wanted to, they was able to go. They was able to leave.
Yeah.
But you fucked the stove. And what messed me up, I watched a little bit of the show. I watched a little bit of the show, but I couldn't continue because when the one chick, Martinez, said that, she just couldn't tell him no. She couldn't tell him no because that was R. Kelly.
Wanting to check.
You wanted to check. That's why money is the root to all evil. You just wanted to check. And because the money stopped, now all of a sudden, you're a victim. You survived.
Yeah,
you just want to be seen. You just want a storyline.
That's why.
And I got a problem with that because when he married Aaliyah and they forged the marriage license, she was only 15 and met her as soon as she was 18. And then he was making music about it. Seemed like you ready. Come on, man. Just stop it.
His personal assistant was on the documentary laughing.
And listen, what's the chick Sparkle that said that I shouldn't have never introduced my 12-year-old? First of all, you already knew how R. Kelly was, and then you gonna introduce your 12-year-old because the checks was coming. You was being paid. So come on, stop with the bullshit. Stop it.
2 things we need to do.
Stop.
Right. So 2 things we need to do in situations like this.
Stop prostituting your children.
Right. That's a selfish.
That's what Michael Jackson.
No,
Michael Jackson was raping all these kids, right?
No, he wasn't.
Wait a minute. Listen to me. Hear me out. He was raping all these kids.
I can't let you say it because he wasn't.
No. Listen to what I'm saying. Allegedly. Hear me out. Allegedly.
Okay. All right.
I forgot I was fucking with a lawyer.
Yeah. Allegedly.
Allegedly, Michael Jackson was raping all these children, but parents were still sending their children over to his house to stay the fuck the night.
Right.
Let me tell you something. My sons come back and tell me that they was being touched and fine. It wouldn't be no level.
But that's what I'm saying. But hold on. But this is why.
And he wouldn't go back.
I know, but this is why we got to be clear. And see, we can't mix all those situations up.
It's just it's the same example.
Well, it's not. That's why I need us to be clear on that.
I know that's right. You messed with MJ hard.
No, it's not that. I mess with the system hard.
Okay.
And I need evidence to be evidence, opinions to be opinions, and then we could talk about the difference. Okay. R. Kelly, while he was on trial for the first one with the little girl in the video, he got arrested for having 2 duffel bags full of child pornography. So he was going to go down. Case got threw out because the cops didn't have a warrant. This happened in Miami. Okay. So he would have been in jail while he was already on trial for the one with Sparkle Niece. So that's a fact.
Right.
Okay?
Okay.
Now, we can go back and forth about some of the instances of what he did or didn't do. But that's a fact. Michael Jackson never got caught. He never got convicted. And two of the accusers recanted their stories afterwards. One committed suicide. Because he was on trial for 3 years.
Because his parents pushed him up to do it.
Right, that's what I'm saying. So
I remember that situation.
So we gotta
I remember
careful
that.
with that.
I remember that.
But, because I'm going to be fair, during a raid of Neverland Ranch, there was apparently, I think, there was some pornographic material that they try to use and say, oh, he used that to give to the kids to entice them. So I'm being fair and saying that he wasn't squeaky clean, but there was no evidence of any molestation or raping or anything like that.
Right.
Okay, and that's the only link that they had was that they found pornographic materials. Okay. R. Kelly, they had.
So here's the thing, though. Here's the thing.
You think MJ had a relationship with the monkeys?
Oh, wait a minute. With the monkeys?
Nah,
you gotta relax, man. You gotta relax. I just want to say this.
Go ahead.
There was a video, a pic surfaced of Brooke Shields at the age of 10 years old, butt naked.
That's child porn. Why are you looking at that?
No, hold up.
Okay.
Hold up.
I'm just making sure.
It surfaced on social media.
Don't say no more.
That Hugh Hefner.
I'm advising you of your rights.
Hugh Hefner. Hold the fuck up.
Go ahead.
Listen. You see his balls?
Yeah.
Hugh Hefner. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Was the biggest freak, but he died a star.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying, right?
He died a star.
I know.
How? He was giving chicks cocaine necklaces.
So now let's really talk.
Like they was like candy go bracelets or back they little candy bracelets. But then let's really talk,
right? Let's really talk. America is the second coming of the Roman Empire.
There you go. That's what I'm talking. That's what I was trying to get at.
Have you ever looked at Roman history?
Have I ever looked at it? It was shoved down my throat.
So it's no point in ever discussing what they do because we can't do what they want they do, and we should never want to do what they do.
That's what I want to be said. That's what I want to be said. R. Kelly, the wrong fucking color. That's all I want to be said.
It's not that.
You cannot be performing. Yo, it is. It is.
It's not.
You cannot be performing and doing acts
but that's not the
of what they do.
But that's not the proper discussion. The proper discussion
Why
is
not?
Because
it's real talk. You cannot do what they do.
Yes, but just like Bill Cosby, he put himself in their world. Okay? And when they said now you get out, we still have to look at him and say, okay, he's still a black man, and just because you kicked him out, you're not going to railroad all of us. Because again, like I said, I was never in the back of a police car until I had my law degree. Now, if you can railroad Bill Cosby, what you think they're going to do to me?
But hold up. Let me tell you something.
If I don't got $1 billion.
Let me tell you what they're doing secretly.
What?
They're now bringing Charlie Sheen up on the charges of him knowing that he had HIV and was still sleeping with women unprotectedly. But they're not bringing him up on the front line. They want to sit up here and have us hate our fucking people.
But that's why the conversation has to be stop hating our people for their sins and proclivities. Let's have it now. We having it now.
But when?
What do you mean?
But when? Because you got all these men, people talking about
You know when they'll stop? When we stop throwing them to the land for slaughter. That's when they'll stop. They do it because they know.
I'm asking, but when?
Well, that's part of the discussion now.
Well, social media don't help.
No, it don't. No, it
because
do not.
How many people? Because again,
no, it do not.
Everybody that posted pick a side. Why you gotta pick a side?
Yeah.
I think what he did was deplorable.
But
I also think he's a victim of the cycle of abuse.
He was because he was
a musical genius.
He was abused. He was molested.
That's the story.
He was
touched. That's the story.
But here's the thing.
As a lawyer,
here's the thing, though.
As a lawyer, I believe he has a right to a fair trial if they so choose to prosecute him.
Yeah.
I have nothing to do with how I feel.
Look,
Phil is
and as a lawyer,
I'm about to shut this shit down. I'm about to shut it down.
Hold up. And as a lawyer also, right? Is it fair for them for Lifetime to have some shit like Surviving R. Kelly? You know what I'm saying? And this is pretty much a witch hunt. Cause
that's fair. He's a public figure. That's fair.
But my whole thing
no, it's
is
not fair.
It's absolutely fair.
But it's not fair. What the fuck about Surviving?
If he's worth the
Woody
trial.
Allen.
Yeah.
What about Surviving? What about Surviving now?
Pause. It's only unfair if they lie, in which case they get sued for slander.
Yeah.
But if they're telling the truth,
but it already made stains in people's brains.
But that's our fault for buying into it. I haven't watched it because I could care less. Yeah, but if I do watch it, I'm not gonna form no strong opinion one way or another. I need facts. I need facts. Like it doesn't. Like who cares that they put that out? That's his fault for living a life that put him in that scrutiny. You know what I'm saying? That's Bill Cosby's fault for living a life that put him in that scrutiny. And if I ever so get that big, if people come out on TV, I gotta deal with it.
You said that's his fault. Yes. For being comfortable.
No, that's his fault for putting his life under that scrutiny. When you become a
he was already preaching about what not to do to us, but on the other side of the fence,
that part don't bother me.
The other side of the fence, you doing.
That part don't bother me because everybody.
It's like straddling the fence.
But everybody got things that if you pull up their skirt, you're gonna find something. The problem I have with it is where I hear a lot of the stories how he was just completely horrible to people, like being utterly disrespectful.
Right.
And the biggest thing that I have is you have to listen. It don't always work out with women as a man. It don't always work out with women. Sometimes you part ways. Yeah. Every now and then can get ugly. Right. But when your philosophy is treating women as disposable, especially black women, Hispanic women, women of color, you might as well count your karma days. You might as well count them.
And I've said that.
You cannot.
You might as well count.
You cannot treat people disposable like that.
You did say that.
You can't.
You said that a minute ago.
You know what I mean? And that's not to be confused with quote unquote keeping it gangster real, whatever. If you the dude and they know you that dude and they sign up and you just keep it moving, almost on some Derek Jeter stuff.
Right.
Derek Jeter has been the most eligible bachelor for the last 30 years. George Clooney Alderman. You never hear nothing. So apparently they keep it in a way that it works. Because I've never heard that
because they abide by the laws. They follow that path.
Maybe.
And it'd be the ones that get blackballed too.
And then real talk, right? We talking to other people. Tiger Woods don't have no foul. His biggest crime was he got married. So it's people that handle their business, and see what I
got what you're saying. It's not what you do, it's how you do it. I got what you're saying.
The problem I have with people is they become the moral police. Oh, he was cheating on his wife. She was signing the checks. I don't think that's cheating. I think that's co-sign.
Listen, man. That right there, that don't mean shit to me. That don't mean shit to me. When I want to say to y'all, when I say I want to shut it down, is that okay? R. Kelly, your biggest situation, you got a problem because that shit happened to you at a young age. You was molested. You was passed the ring. You know what I'm saying?
You said his sister did it, right?
Sister, uncle, listen.
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. Let me tell you, it doesn't matter.
Was his sister
you become a monster. Let me tell you, it don't matter.
All right, but hold on.
Can I just say what I got to say? You become a monster. You become a monster when you want to inflict that pain on other people.
I got you.
You are a monster when you want to inflict that pain that happened to you.
Maybe.
No. Let me tell you. Hold up. Let me tell you.
Go ahead.
You gotta know when to stop the cycle. It's no fucking pity on that. That happened to you. You want to be you know what? I'm not gonna let this happen to nobody else. You become a monster. So, and he's a fucking monster.
Yeah, but here's the flip side.
Because you want to sit up here and inflict the pain or whatever happened to you on others.
But here's the flip side, right?
That shit not cool.
It's not cool, right? But we speaking from rational, insane minds. I can't, and I don't know about y'all too. Y'all have to tell your business. But we don't know the trauma that is inflicted upon stealing the innocence away from a child, which is why the cycle of abuse keeps going. Because we don't know what it feels like to have your innocence taken from you.
I do.
Okay, that's what I said. I don't know. I don't.
You know what I do? I don't inflict that shit on nobody else.
I hear you, right? But when you stand and when
I know, and that's why I said a monster. He's a fucking. I'm not going for. I said a monster. I know what you're saying. But guess what? Guess who is accountable for all that shit that happened to them fucking girls too? The motherfucker that was in the playroll talking about I saw this and I knew this and I saw this.
Nobody's on the
y'all was letting them check. So y'all, the parents, and the fucking people that was on his payroll are just as accountable as him. So you're all fucking monsters. Parents, the people that was on the payroll and everything.
I agree, right? I agree with that statement. But the part to where I always stand as an unbiased person is that victimhood does not discriminate. When you're a victim, you're a victim. Like I mean, where do you draw the line between when someone's life was taken from them and the carnage they caused after. I'm not justifying it because the system is in place to deal with that. Mm-hmm. But to stand in judgment completely tramples on the reality. Because for every one of you that got that was a champion that got over it, mm-hmm. there's thousands that have no clue on where to start and get over it. For the three of us that came up in these streets and got educated, mm-hmm. there's 1,000 that was out, like he made a joke earlier, but it's fine, hustling, trying to make ends meet. Like, life is not fair, and just because we beat the odds, because we did, I'll never cut myself short. Right. And I'll never cut my friends short, because I keep y'all all thorough, and I keep thorough friends. But we beat the odds. So whenever we look at somebody that didn't beat the odds and look and judge or look down upon them, that's a hard pill to swallow. And that's something I had to come to an understanding of, that we can denounce the crime and denounce the sin or whatever you want to call it, but there's still empathy is what separates good people from great people, because you got to be able to look in their shoes and say, what would you do? How would you feel? How would you deal with it? And I'm not saying that to you, because I appreciate you still sharing your story, and that says a lot. But it's too many factors, and it's about just understanding all the pieces involved. What he did from a legal standpoint and from a human standpoint is wrong, because no, she cool. She looking right at me. She hype. I feel the passion.
Listen,
right?
I'm good.
But now, right? Because I had this conversation with somebody else, and I hate having this conversation because it sounds like I'm going somewhere else. But it's a necessary reality to reflect on, right? When a 25 or 26-year-old Saudi prince marries a 13-year-old girl, is he a pedophile?
Listen, and I want to touch on that too.
But is he? No, he's not a pedophile. Like, I'm gonna answer for myself.
It's cultural.
Right, but that's what not. But hold on. But here's what I'm saying, right? But here's what I'm saying. And the reason, but hold on,
the Bible.
But that's what I'm saying. And the reason, it's not.
I was gonna say that too.
And the reason it's not because from nature says you have this much time to get your foundation, and then you're going to start having kids. Because especially as a woman, because you only have a limited amount of eggs. Right. So again, when you look at this,
true, though.
Well, don't hold me like I'm.
That's what they say.
No, but that's the truth. You don't have eggs until you 90, right? I mean, there's some exceptions.
No, it is. No, you do. You do.
But
you do though.
But listen, with all due respect, if
we can break this down.
Aunt Esther, she's not giving me a seat.
Let me tell you something. It is cases that women have had babies at 70 and 80 years old.
And I'm not disagreeing with that. I'm saying
no, they didn't.
No, hold on. No. We know that. And it was a couple in India that had, like, I think the lady was in her 70s.
Right.
But don't fight me on
body. Listen, just because a woman get their menstrual,
I know.
That doesn't mean they're going to have babies.
What happens after menopause?
What you mean nothing? People still have babies.
But where's you saying? Let's stay focused.
People still have babies after menopause.
Let's stay focused. I know, but let's stay focused.
Oh no, scientifically no. We can talk that shit. You the lawyer part.
I know.
But medically, I'm on that part.
We can talk nature, and then within nature there are anomalies, there are special cases, there are exceptions to the rule. But the way nature has kind of made it, in this generation of humanity, is
the Greek way.
I'm gonna get to that in a second, but at the end, but what I'm saying is there's a certain defined timeline which is beneficial for women to have children, because after a certain point, then it comes into some of the birth defects and all. But we getting off. The point I'm making is, in other cultures, it's not pedophilia, because in other cultures, marriage is about family, it's about lineage, it's about community, it's about kids. It's not about, oh, I like you, you like me, let's get married. That's America. That's Roman. That's Greek. Right. It's about lust. It's about lascivity. It's about all the excess of life, which is why